Right, as you can see with this bucket here, I've burned a hole in there and I've put some Glad wrap, I don't know if you can see there, hopefully it's picking it up on that, and I'm just sort of, I've done my mixes, I'm just mixing it through now, and just gonna mix it through. I'm just gonna grab myself a candle. Candle from the freezer, as I said. I like to keep them cool and frozen, I think. So that's what I need to do on this one, don't I? And I'll just, as I said, I'm just sort of mixing it through, making it even sort of thing, putting a hand through. So yeah, this is all like pre-mixed, but now I'm sort of spreading it through itself, sort of thing. As I said, it's got this sort of slate green colour to it now, so you can tell just about against the original stuff. You can tell that, you know, it's different, but that's about it. You wouldn't know. You'd still think it was you know, basically cat litter, but. So obviously it shows it really does stick well, this new formula. So yeah, well, let's see if it has any effect, and because the idea is the cyanophyta actually is probably going to live off the sugars they get from the breaking down of the cellulose, and it's probably the glucose actually, and maybe that's why the CP supposedly are glycophytes, and they're actually feeding the cyanophyta through their roots or thing. But this way you get a larger pool of cyanophyta. Whether there's any uptake of the cyanophyta into the plants or not, that would be interesting. Whether it's like little packets of, you know, little protein packets going into the plant, you know, like it's like little tiny microscopic, well, jelly beans sort of going into the plant as a food source. Whether it's something like that, I suppose we're going to find out eventually. But hopefully with the candle we should be able to establish whether or not we're going to get mycorrhizae in this, and whether we've actually replaced peat, because so far peat is about the only thing that will grow around a candle, will produce the mycorrhizae around the candle, like as if it were a dorsiform root or something. Coir is not as good, and basically everything else doesn't work. So we'll see, and we'll be able to work out then what it is in the formula that you have to definitely have in there, sort of thing. And we'll start tearing the problem apart, putting it back together, tearing it apart, and, you know, looking at it from different points of view then. So and I've got ideas about improving the tissue culture formula too, from that original formulation to this one and back again, sort of thing. So I reckon we'll get there eventually. It just will take time, that's all. Anyway, I just have enough time to pot this up, and then I have to go and get my son, I reckon. Okay, well, I think that was going to have to be it, fellas, as I've only got 7 minutes, so okay, start putting it in. Maybe you need to come down lower and you need to get in there or something. Anyway. And we had the candle when I got up to the level where I can actually see it, sort of thing. Yeah. So we can, yeah, about there I reckon. So we can see it. If there's any sudden, you know, flaring around the top of the candle, we can either pull it up or cut the side of the pod, cut the side of the bucket away or something. That sort of thing. So, does this look like peat, fellas? No, it looks like we're just having pure peat. I mean, if you ever try growing something in pure peat, it doesn't really work too well. So what is it in the sand that they require as well as this in the peat? Yeah, it's a good question. You always feel like you're going to have too much, and then when you get near the top you think you're going to have too little. I don't know what it is, but... Before I thought, oh, it's going to overflow, and now I'm getting close to the end of it. I'm thinking, oh, I may not have enough. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Getting there. Another 3 handfuls, I think that's all I've got. Maybe I should have done more, fellas. Oh well, it's a learning curve for next time. Anyway. I suppose we're going to sprinkle the usual suspects on there and see if we probably let it get rained on first of all, and then inoculate with a bit of cyanophyta. And yeah, I think that's about it, fellas. And see if it gets saturated over time. It may take like a whole month to, with rain being rained on every now and then, to actually totally saturate. And then it'll be a question of, do we pull the hymen on the bottom or not? You know, we'll see how we go. I suppose this is a learning curve. You know. Okay. There you go, fellas. Oh, let me get up. So what we go, 3:25, got 5 minutes to clean up before I have to go and be in the car. Okay, over and out for now, I reckon. Okay, see ya.